What's going on, YouTube, whatever you want to call it? It's your boy RiondoDuels here. Team LAB, Team Like a Boss, Team Lab Zero. Talking about my Gigadad deck list again. I guess this will be the third update, or second update, third video about it. Um, I was running a deck that was not Gigadad yesterday. I won out at a locals, played some Sabers, some Machina and stuff. The deck's not bad, it's just also not good. It's very slow. I was main decking Oppression, uh, main decking Chaos Sorcerer, Lad, Dimensional Alchemist. I sided into Skill Drain Plants with Barbaros. I was main decking Thunder King and stuff. It was a really consistent build. Um, my oppressions and stuff really hurt Sabers. but yeah, so I was able to win out with the deck, but I'm quitting the deck very quickly. I'm going back to Gigadad because Gigadad's a lot faster. And it's also a lot more fun, and I care about having fun. Regionals are Saturday, and I didn't feel like trying to make this deck more and more compatible before Saturday. So, yeah, going back to what I know more. Things I took out of Gigadad. Thunder Kings are gone. Gold Sarkos are gone. DDR is probably going to end up in the side deck. Not there right now, though. But I have a lot of work to do on my side deck. I think that's like 8 cards. So, a lot of work to do on the side deck. Yeah, so DDR is probably going to be in the side deck. I hated drawing it. It was a dead draw. And so it's gone. I'm only running 4 equip spells now. I know that's very questionable. I'm not that reliant on Power Tool Dragon anymore. He's still obviously always an option, but yeah. So, DDR no. Violet Witches, yes. Took out the Gold Sarkos. These guys are good. It's a dark target, so it's allurable. It's 1100, so it's searchable by tomato. I would not search this out with Sangan, though. I'd just search out the Lone Fire. But yeah, it searches out Lone Fire, 1500 or less defense. And if it's destroyed by battle, I search out a plant with 1500 less defense. It's a spellcaster, which makes Arcanite possible for me now, which I like. Especially with Spore, so I can synchro with 8 after I use up its counters. So Violet Witch is in the deck now. I'm running 2 Dandelions. I put in Foolish and Phoenix Wing Windblast. So those are great targets for Dandelion. I also love to remove Dandelion for Spore over a Lone Fire since I'm not maining DDR anymore. So it gives me a better target for Spore to drop it at a 4-star if I need to. Also great synchro fodder. I run 7 tuners, I think, so I get jumbled up with a lot of tuners with nothing to synchro with. Dandelion and his tokens are really good things to synchro with. Give me a lot of options as well. Foolish Burial gives me a lot of outs. I was playtesting with this deck up there, or that deck over there type of thing, with Foolish, and I found myself Foolishing Spore a lot. Its effect can only be used once per game, but that usually can be a really big game breaker when you do that. A lot of the time I found myself sacking for Lad. But yeah, Foolish Burial, good card. I got Dandelions, Plague, Spore, good targets. Also have those same targets for this, Phoenix Wing Windblast. I was going to main 2 Dust Tornadoes. I figured I'd like to also get some pluses off of my hand and get rid of dead cards such as Dead Gigaplants and Titanios, and also speeds up the Pot of Avarice. So, technically Phoenix Wing Windblast can be back row hate. It doesn't destroy it. It sends to the top of the deck, which I think is just as good, if not better. It can really slow down your opponent's strategy when you do this. So, Dust Tornado obviously is kind of just back row hate staple. I think Glad's main 2. I know Infernity's main at least 2. How do you respond to back row hate? Is back row hate of your own. Hit their back row hate with your back row hate. I don't think that's a bad thing. Also lets me set up for big plays. I don't think a lot of decks are maining Trap Dust Shoot anymore. So if I use Dust Tornado to set a card, if they were maining it, then that might not make their Trap Dust Shoot live when I draw next turn if I draw to 3. So Dust Tornado's good. So quick look at some things I'm adding into the deck right now. It's test drawing really well. I'm going to have my first playtest tomorrow. I'll be playing against Sabers, probably a Glad deck or 2, Infernities and stuff, so I'll have a really good playtest. So I'll know what it can do. And some changes that may or may not need to be made. I'm actually thinking about throwing in a Dimensional Alchemist. But well, still a work in progress here. So again, things I took out up here, and some things I added in recently, and I'm very much liking Violet Witch right now. I'm thinking of putting in creature swaps because Violet Witch, Sharon Mottos, and Mystic Tomatoes, along with my weak Dandelions, Spores, Plague, and stuff, very good targets. So, pretty much just an update here on the Gigadad list, guys. That's RiondoDuels, Team Like a Boss, Team Lab, out.